Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
We are back here, part 2, Having Ambition. And thanks for joining us, guys. You have helped us reach our goal, realize our ambition of having you come back to join us today. That's not a huge ambition.
No.
But I feel good about it. But you know what? That's one thing about ambition. Sometimes society, our parents, our school, ourselves, we put pressure on us to be very ambitious, to have big goals, to work really hard, to maybe even sacrifice our happiness or our health to try to reach that goal, to try to realize that ambition because we feel we should.
Yes, because you see other people around you, or maybe your parents are saying, this child is doing so well, and that child. And so you have all these different influences pushing you to be successful. But you know what? Ambition is not everything, and sometimes ambitious people, when they reach their goal, they don't feel happy. They feel like they need to set another goal. It's like, well, I made it to here, I better keep working. So sometimes people who have a lot of ambition aren't able to feel happy when they reach those goals because in their brain, they need to always be doing more and more successful and get more and more money and more profits and whatever. So ambition can also kind of affect your happiness too, because you need to feel happy when you achieve a goal. And if you don't, then you need to kind of think about what you're doing.
That's right. All of that ambition just to be ambitious could leave you feeling like that mouse running on that wheel. Like you said, you're always going for the next goal, but you're never satisfied. You never stop and just enjoy what you've made out of your life, you know, the goals that you've reached and the successes you have. And of course, ambition, like creativity, like a lot of different things, it's different in everyone. Some people can be very ambitious. If that's good for them, well, then I'm happy. But other people can make themselves unhappy by being ambitious or feeling they should, when really that's not who they are. So it's best to find out what works for you. And hey, sometimes you can be ambitious and sometimes you can be lazy. That's kind of what makes life interesting. All right, let's get to our article and find out more about this very ambitious man, John D. Rockefeller, and his advice for his son.
Rockefeller told his son that being ambitious was a good thing. It brings hope and progress, and it helps build a better society. However, your goals and desires won't come easily.
All right, welcome back everybody to Having Ambition Part 2. So in the first part, we were looking at JD Rockefeller, and he was a very successful businessman, made lots and lots and lots of money, and now he was writing letters to his son about how he could be a good businessman. And he's been talking about you need to be ambitious. But if you remember, he talked about being ambitious as in being greedy. So he's writing these letters. Here's what you can do. Here's the keys to success. And what else is he going to say?
All right, well, let's keep going and find out. Rockefeller told his son that being ambitious was a good thing. All right, I think in general, most people would agree that being ambitious is a good thing. You might not find you get the most out of life if you just wake up and watch TV all day or play video games all day, and that's all you do. So being ambitious, you know, setting yourself goals, having dreams and working towards them, that can be generally, of course, a good thing. For example, it brings hope and progress, and it helps build a better society. This is, of course, very, very true. If people hadn't been ambitious, they wouldn't have gotten on boats and explored the world. They wouldn't have done science to try to discover new things or built new machines or, you know, cities and cultures and all of that. It helps to build a better society. It makes life better for all of us. it leads to progress as well.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes, that is very true. And progress, that is just the advancement or the moving forward of something. So in this case, we are talking about the progress that we are seeing within society. So you have the progress of technology, the advancements of technology, the advancement of medicine. All of these things are being pushed forward because you have people who are being ambitious and want to expand on things. They want to learn more. They want to see what else can we do. And all of those things lead to progress.
Exactly, moving things forward. And of course, when we talk about progress, we can talk about scientific progress. We can talk about economic progress, changing things in science and business and in society as well. What is society? This is basically people living together in large groups. When we have countries and cultures, when we have cities, when we have people who are sharing a land and ideas, a language and values, that is society. So if you're looking at rich and poor, women and men, people of different colors, people with different knowledge and skills, just the people around you as a big group of people that are kind of connected because we all live together, that's what you're talking about with society. When we talk about society progressing, women used to not be able to vote, gay people used to not be able to be married, black people and white people, people from different countries didn't always live together. Those things are normal now because society has progressed. We've moved forward. All right, back to the article. However,
your goals and desires won't come easily. Now, of course, I think that probably depends on what your goals are. If you set a goal to eat breakfast, that might be kind of easy to accomplish. But if you set a goal to become a top world surgeon, that might be a lot harder that you have to really work for. And so the point behind that is it's good to have goals, but you also have to do the work and put in the effort to make your goal come true.
Very, very true. It's okay to be ambitious, but if you're just ambitious to get up and make yourself a piece of toast, that's not very ambitious, not super ambitious. All right, let's take a break and then we'll be back.
You have to work hard and smart to get them. That means you need to make plans, try different methods, and take different paths. It also means not giving up and learning from your mistakes. To Rockefeller, you control your own fate, so you need to be ambitious and take action to become a success.
All right, we are back learning more about ambition from one of the most ambitious people around, John D. Rockefeller. When they name buildings and streets, and maybe there's even a town in America, that's pretty ambitious.
Yes.
I think you've had an ambitious life if they're naming things after you. So let's get back to the wisdom that he was sharing with his son about ambition and also about the reality of it, that it's not easy.
Yes, and so we just left off that it wasn't easy to actually accomplish your dreams. And so it says you have to work hard and smart to get them, meaning your goals, your ambition, what you're reaching for. That means you need to make plans, try different methods, and take different paths. Because yes, there could be a goal that you have and everybody's tried this way and maybe it kind of works, but you might have to think of a different way to get there. And this means that you need to be smart. And so if you're being smart, you're being intelligent, you're using your brain, you're thinking clearly, you're thinking of things to do, you're not just rushing in and hoping for the best. No, you're planning it out. You're using your intelligence, what you've learned from school or from living your life, and you're using all of that to create a smart plan.
There you go. And how you reach your goal, that will be your method, your way of doing something. Because, of course, in life, we have to do things, but there's not always just one way of doing something. If there is, you should definitely follow that method, that way of doing something. But sometimes there's different ways. Getting ready for a big exam, for example. You could study 10 or 15 minutes every day for a month before the exam. Every single day you do that work. You can't take a day off. That would be one method, but that might be hard for some people. You could study for an hour or two from a week before the exam. Every day for 7 days, an hour or two. That's another method. Or probably the worst method, study for 4 hours the night before the exam and just try to remember everything really quickly. That's another method, but probably the most dangerous method. But these are different ways of doing something, different methods. Back to our article. It also means not giving up and learning from your mistakes. Wow, these are two important things. When you have an ambition, when you have a goal, you will not always be successful the first time. Maybe you picked the wrong method. Maybe you just didn't work hard enough. Maybe you had some bad luck, but you can't give up on your ambition. You just got to get up and try again. And of course, the other bit of advice that we had in that sentence was to learn from your mistakes. Yes, because even if you have the best method, you might just make a mistake, do something wrong. It's important to remember what you did wrong, learn from that, and then in the future, don't make that same mistake again. So you need to be very determined and you need to be smart and honest with yourself when you do make mistakes.
Yes, and a big thing is you have to understand that mistakes are not necessarily bad. So a lot of people, when they make mistakes, they get nervous and they get worried that they did something so bad and then they don't want to try again. Well, in the world of business or in just life in general, if you make a mistake, you use it and then you go do something else with it. You don't need to sit and think about how you made this mistake and everything's terrible and now I'm never going to try that again.
True.
No, it's okay to make a mistake and now you can learn from it.
Just more preparation for future success.
Yes, and so back to our article, it says, to Rockefeller, you control your own fate. So you need to be ambitious and take action to become a success. So basically, your whole life is in your own hands. Don't wait for somebody to hand you success. Go out and take it and do what you need to do and push yourself to take control of your life and not just wait.
Exactly right. Now you do, of course, create your own fate. You can control your future, what happens to you, what your life path will take you, where your life path will take you. That's all kind of your fate. Some people might think, well, it doesn't matter what I do. Everything's decided by God or the stars or something like that. That could be one form of fate. And often in stories, we're kind of shown, a person who could be successful, but some bigger power, God, or just luck decided this person will succeed or this person will fail. I think a lot of people, though, agree you make your own fate. You make your own future. The path that your life will follow is not decided before you're born. It's not decided by God. You have the power to control it. So if you don't study for that exam, that's probably why you failed. Not because God decided you will fail, but just because you didn't do the work. So make your own fate, make your own future, decide and follow and chart your own path in life. And if that requires being ambitious, well, that's what it requires. And that's what we have to do to keep on moving forward. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We wish you all the biggest success in reaching your ambitions. And remember, do what feels right for you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Rockefeller told his son that being ambitious was a good thing. It brings hope and progress, and it helps build a better society. However, your goals and desires won't come easily. You have to work hard and smart to get them. That means you need to make plans, try different methods, and take different paths. It also means not giving up and learning from your mistakes. To Rockefeller, you control your own fate, so you need to be ambitious and take action to become a success.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 progress 名词进步进展。Kyle made great progress in learning English. Kyle 在英文学习上取得了很大的进步。下一个单字 society 名词社会社群。Society changes over time. 社会随着时间变化。下一个单字 smart 副词聪明的。To finish the project faster, we need to work smart. 要更快完成这个专案，我们需要聪明的工作。最后一个单字 method 名词方法。Larry used a new method to complete the task. Larry 使用了一种新方法来完成任务。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 make a plan 订定计划。我们来看看这个例句。They made a plan to build a new house. 他们订定了盖一栋新房子的计划。下一个文法 take a path 选择道路。Path 指的是道路，可以用来指实际走的路，也可以比喻为行事方法或者是人生道路。我们来看看这个例句。I chose to take a path that would make me happy. 我选择了让自己快乐的道路。最后一个文法Learn from 加名词，从哪里学习？受词可以是人或者是事物。我们来看看这个例句。We can learn from our mistakes. 我们可以从错误中学习。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hey, did you hear?
Hear what?
Shane didn't get the promotion.
Are you serious? But he's worked so hard.
I guess the boss just doesn't think he did a good job.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Okay, let's work on our translating skills. Today's topic is expressing shock. Okay, so 这你也信？太夸张了吧？ How would you say this in English?
How can you believe that? You believe it? It's too exaggeration. You believe it?
Okay.
It's too much.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
it's too
Yeah,
much. You believe that?
That's too much.
What about 你说真的吗？
It's real or reading?
Are you kidding?
Are you serious?
Oh,
nice.
I like your tone
Yeah.
for that. All right, what did we learn today? Welcome to today's translation. So the first one, we would say this as, you actually buy that? That's crazy. Now, we're not really talking about purchasing something with money. When we use the word buy, we're also talking about believing something. So it actually means you really believe that. So next time you want to say something like, oh, do you really believe that? You can also say, do you really buy that? Next, we would say this as, are you serious? Now, a lot of the times we use the word serious kind of like an emotion. You're very serious, you're very stern. But in this case, we're really talking about, are you lying? Are you being for real? So the next time you want to say, are you serious? That basically means, are you lying? That's all we have for today. Kiwi later.